Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate celebrating Labor Day on the 1st of May today, as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi had a speech, and I'm honored to be focusing on this speech and the main messages sent from the President to the citizens. I'm honored to be having with me over the phone Dr. Youmn Hamaki, the economics professor at Ain Shams University. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate, Doctor.
Good evening, Ahmed, and happy feast for all Muslims all around the world.
Yes, happy Eid to you too. First of all, Doctor, how do you see the speech of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the main messages sent out through it?
Actually, there are very important messages from this speech and coping quite well with what Egypt is facing nowadays as challenges regarding the crisis of COVID-19 as well as the Ukrainian-Russian war. The first actually message is regarding that Egypt is going to launch the strategy for training for recruitment. This strategy is quite well focusing on this time. Why? Because when we are trying to enhance the competitiveness of our industrial sector and to move towards structural economic reform, concentrating on job generating structure for the industrial, the agriculture and information technology sectors, upgrading the skills of labor can be regarded as a cornerstone towards achieving such goals. From here it comes that we need actually a strategy to enhance the productivity of our labor in different sectors so that we can upgrade their productivity and therefore the competitiveness of our industrial sector.
Yes.
So this was the first message that was quite important. The second message is regarding how labor force can confront these challenges by upgrading skills and moving towards information technology. This is the most important lesson from COVID-19, and this message is quite important since we are, as a professor in university, coaching our students all the time that the world is confronting and witnessing severe challenges that necessitate youth to upgrade their skills and to cope with the requirements, the new requirements in the labor market. This is the second message, which was quite important. The third message is regarding the participation of women in economic life in Egypt, since such participation is quite low compared to what we are looking for and compared to other countries of the world. And from here it comes that when the president is specifying and concentrating that we need to enhance the participation of women in economic life, I believe this is quite important, and we need to work harder in order to enhance such participation.
Yes. Doctor, because we have about 2 minutes, I would like to focus on the national strategy for recruitment or employment. As you've mentioned, one of the main messages and the first messages sent out by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. How do you think it will be implemented? What are the benefits of this strategy, and when can it be implemented as soon as possible?
What is quite important about such strategies is that we need a national strategy. What we have nowadays, scattered activities in different fields. Minister of Labor Force is playing significant role towards, activating the role of training centers related to the minister, as well as nowadays we have the minister has developed a new type of training which is moving towards trainees in slums and different rural areas, so that to provide services of training, and this actually had a positive effect towards improving the employability of those poor people and achieving economic empowerment of poor. But still, we need to specify the needs in the labor market according to our plans regarding different types of industries and how to improve the competitiveness of industries. The requirement of the labor market, we have as economists a lot of studies to specify such requirements. And actually, we have to plan our strategy according to the requirement in the labor market. And I believe this can be done on the national level, taking into consideration, the localization of industry in different governorates, and trying to upgrade skills of labor. And I have an experience on the ground relating to upgrading skills for youth and allowing them opportunities of job. And we have actually, our youth are quite anxious to get such training and to benefit from this training. And in a very short period, you can upgrade skills, but still we need more seriousness, more system of monitoring and evaluation, and referring to data and cooperation between, the government and civil society, on top of them, the private sector. I believe these efforts should be done, and they are essential for this period.
Yes, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, the economics professor at Ain Shams University. Thank you very much for being with us today on the Daily Debate, and a happy Eid once again. We will be turning to the other segment of the Daily Debate for tonight, celebrating Eid al-Fitr, or the Lesser Bayram in the country, how we celebrate it, as it will be falling on Monday, as well as how to be celebrating it in a healthy way. So stay tuned after this upcoming report.
Egyptians and Muslims in most Arab and Islamic countries around the world celebrate Eid al-Fitr on Monday. The Eid is a very special occasion for Egyptians, and they celebrate it uniquely. For Egyptians, the word has a deeper meaning and rings many bells. It recalls that delightful scent of homemade Eid cookies used to be baked in almost every house with family and friends. During Eid al-Fitr, family gatherings involve cooking and eating all kinds of Egyptian food, but the item most associated with Eid al-Fitr is kahk, which are cookies filled with nuts and covered with powdered sugar. Egyptians either bake kahk at home or buy it at the bakery. Thus, a bakery crowded in the last few days of Ramadan with kahk buyers is a common scene. The Eid day starts with a small snack, followed by Eid prayers in a congregation attended by men, women and children, followed by a short speech reminding Egyptians of the qualities and good actions they should practice and perform while dealing with others and even strangers at time of Eid and the rest of the year. Afterwards, neighbors, friends and relatives start greeting each other. Children are the luckiest in this occasion. It is customary for them to receive adiyah, or a small sum of money, from their grown-up relatives.